All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dota Pit League season number 3. Guess what? We got 2 series on tap today. Some pretty good games as well. Hellraisers versus Team Secret to kick it off, followed by Asus. Guess or
Really?
something. I don't know. I mean, I have to imagine that's why they did it. Like, why would you ever name yourself the Water Boys? I guess, yeah, sponsors and stuff like that. I guess that's part of the reason why, but
Mm.
I don't know. I guess Team Secret's probably a better name overall, in my opinion.
Well, either way, the point stands. They have a little bit of a different roster too, so that'll be fun to watch. So,
Yeah.
but this match is going to be really exciting.
Yeah, we'll talk about Team Tinker a bit later. I do want to ask you about Pat Soul. I'm sure you're familiar with the man.
I actually
Uh,
don't really know much about him, to be honest. But well, yeah, I'm from NA. I've heard some things, but I actually don't really know the guy personally.
yeah, I'm excited to see how they play with that roster. But for now, we do have Hellraisers versus Team Secret. Like you talked about, they just came back from DAC. Secret, obviously, with a really strong finish for them. Maybe not where they wanted to place, but nonetheless, they have to play up against Hellraisers, who played okay. They played a decent tournament. They've been kind of iffy. They played okay, in some of the past couple of tournaments. They didn't do very well in the Star Ladder, but here they are now. Full roster. We'll see how they pan out here against the squad of Team Secret to go for the Batrider Chen to start things off. No surprise they get Chen for Puppy, but Axe Line, a pretty damn good way to start things off if you're Hellraisers.
Yeah, they really kind of changed the metagame with the way that they drafted. At least when we played NEL games throughout the DAC, everyone was just picking what Team Secret would pick with Chen, SF, things like that. You see there's already a warranted first SF ban from Hellraisers, first overall ban, in fact. So they really respect the RTZ SF. They really respect the strategy that came out from Team Secret that was so strong. At least in the group stages of DAC, it kind of faltered. Things kind of faltered a little bit once they got past that, but it was very very strong. Go with the Batrider Chen. Zai's Batrider was very very strong. Batrider seems this hero man will never leave the meta. It seems it'll always maybe have a quick hiatus and kind of not be picked for a little bit, but it will always kind of float around the metagame, and there it is. It'll slowly work its way back to first pick or ban and things like that, and we see it again.
I never really remember a time without Batrider in the meta, and for good reason. Dude is a lasso. Like, that's a pretty good ability. Being able to just lock down any one specific hero, tear him out of, say, a Roach Pit, and kind of just have a really good fight planned around the Batrider initiation. Early Blink Dagger as well. The fact that he could just go to the jungle, just secure a Blink Dagger with relative ease is pretty nice for Team Secret. So a good start. Hellraisers make the smart decision in banning out S4/Zai's Bristleback, which teams haven't really been running, which I'm surprised about because they had so much success with that hero at DAC. I think Bristleback is a very solid hero right now.
Mm-hmm. I do find it a little strange that they banned it out when they've already picked up the Lion, because I think the Lion's actually quite good against Bristleback. The Hex will disable the Bristleback, and not to mention being able to drain a strength hero's mana, especially a hero like Bristleback who is very dependent on mana and be able to spam abilities. Being able to drain it very quickly with Lion's mana drain ability is very, very useful. So I found it a little bit of a curious ban. I also think
Yeah.
it sounds weird, but I actually think Axe is pretty good against Bristleback too, just because it's one of the few heroes that can keep him facing you and your
Yeah,
team,
that's true.
so
Yeah.
that you don't have to worry about hitting him from behind. Hey, hitting him from behind. But Sniper, last ban in the 4th position here from Hellraisers. This is a hero that's really gotten popular lately. It's actually getting first ban or picked in most games that I've seen or played.
By the way, I wanted to congratulate you on your victory in Major All Stars.
Oh,
I
thank
saw
you.
that best of 5 series. That was some ridiculous. That last game especially was nuts. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what was going on.
It was
Good
long
stuff.
and grueling, man. Playing 5 games where they're all like pretty long games can be pretty tiring.
I can
But
imagine
yeah,
that. Oh god. A lot of fun, but also a lot of hard work. So,
yep. Well,
craft.
thank you.
Hellraisers have okay. They're using a lot of the reserve time. They go for the Witch Doctor. The Witch Doctor line, good support duo coming out. Team Secret already have the Chen, so I would not be surprised if they give Kuroki, say, something like his Rubik that he's very fond of. They could give him another support. Vengeful Spirit's not available. AA is gone. Enigma they banned out because obviously they are the chance they're not necessary. No supports banned from Hellraisers. I mean, we saw Chen Rubik as a pretty solid combo. I don't know if they go for that again, but certainly a possibility.
Yeah, and I could come up with maybe a couple of reasons why they like it so much. One is just when you have a jungler, okay, it might be a Venomancer. It could also go mid or something, but I think when you pick a jungler and you know you're going to be having just that one single support kind of helping out in lane or moving around, it needs to be a support that can kind of hold its own and just and is okay with a little like a limited item. So I think like a hero like Venge or Rubik, and they also have to have the ability to be able to like gank easily just by themselves, not like a pairing with someone else. And this a hero like Rubik or Venge can do that. Venomancer not too bad either because the Gale is a pretty damn good ability just by itself. You don't need to couple it too much with something else.
Right.
Not very good against Storm though, because obviously Storm can zip around and doesn't really care about movement speed too much. So I'm interested to see if that's a support Venomancer. I don't think Arteezy plays in mid.
He doesn't
So
seem like a Venom man. He just doesn't like that. Doesn't seem to be his hero. Honestly, you think of Arteezy, you think of like SF Razor, Lycan. Like those are
exactly,
his
yeah.
heroes. What do you think about Skywrath as a support against the Storm Spirit in this game? And it's like you talked about as a good solo support that can get kills on his own if necessary.
Well, it would be obviously quite good. I don't think they're going to pick it because Skywrath support for a core Venomancer being played by S4 seems a little bit thin for me. Like they don't have very much late game at all, if that's the
Mhm.
case, and that means that they
Okay.
have to put a lot of late game power into their last pick, and then I don't know, it'd be very scary. So yeah, there's their late game power right there. So PA could go mid. I actually think it's more of an Arteezy hero than an S4 hero, so
Yeah.
probably played by him.
Yep.
And then with the PA being picked up right now, that could very well be a core Venomancer. So they could pick up another support. So maybe, like you said, the Skywrath could be effective. I was gonna say one more thing, but I totally slipped my mind. So maybe it'll come back to me.
It happens, man. It's the draft. Everything, all thoughts go out the window at some point in time. Yay, that definitely seems like an RTZ hero. There was like that one patch back at the summit where you played this hero like all the time. And then it just kind of disappeared for a bit. Like a couple of teams picked PA here and there, but ever since the Arcana came out, she's actually been picked less and less. So Secret get their late game. They have the ability to right click and obliterate some of these heroes. Storm Spirit, Axe Line, all them. Come squish you when you're getting coup de grace. God, there's a way to pronounce coup de grace, and I'm definitely not doing it right. I actually had a pronunciation guide for it. Yeah, that's it. Coup de grace. Thank you, Pitmuckle. He's in my ear, man. He's giving me the heads up. That's such a weird. French is such a weird language, man.
French, yeah. Coup de
Yeah.
grace. I don't know. I thought it was coup de grace when I first saw it too, but
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I should know better because I had to study French in college. So, but yeah, like you said, reserve time was already all taken out. It's only 15. Probably their safe lane carry if they're assuming they're gonna have axe mid or sorry axe bottom.
Mhm.
5 seconds left. What are they going to pick? It's gonna be the. Oh
Whoa!
yeah! I
Wow.
forgot he's in CM. He just got added. Actually, he got added in the middle of the best of 5 that I played. I don't know if
Yes.
you knew that. It was ridiculous. We had to be like, is he auto banned? Because this is kind of ridiculous. So
He
this
was
will be the
pretty good,
first time,
man.
dude. This hero, I've actually personally never played the new reiteration of him, but I've seen him, and I gotta tell you, that hero looks broken.
Doppelganger, PA, or PL coming out. Like that ability in itself makes the hero ridiculously strong. Like I think that's one of the reasons why you pick him. And Pitmuckle was talking, he was like tweeting about it this morning. He's like, we're gonna see an offlane PL. He wanted to see it so much from Zai, I think, but this is probably a safe lane PL. And then the last pick from Secret comes out is gonna be the S4, Son of Magnus coming through. Oh man, this is his bread and butter, one of his bread and butter heroes. Obviously the puck alongside that,
Yeah.
but DC coming out from Zai? What is it? It says he's DC'd. Is he actually DC'd?
Yeah. We might have to remake because it says he's abandoned, which means I don't think he's gonna get gold. Yeah, we have to remake.
Okay, why does that I didn't know that was actually a thing.
It happens from time to time. It's really annoying.
That's really stupid. Well, all right. Well, apparently he's abandoned the game. That is a pro Dota game. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna get back into the game as quickly as possible. Okay, that was weird. Well, while we have a second, actually, I don't know. Hopefully, Pimp Uncle didn't throw it to a commercial yet, but we actually could probably just stay in here. I do want to point out we have a couple of giveaways going on. First and foremost, a lot of compendium/chess giveaways, which you can check out at bit.ly/GPS3give3. Deep, that is bit.ly/GPS3give3. A total of 10 compendiums and 10 treasure chests, I believe, are up for grabs. And then you can also check out another giveaway. The Steam group page for Sapphire Technology has 2 compendiums, 2 chests to give away. Guys, check it out immediately. With that being said, we're already back in the lobby. All pick, it should be all pick, I believe. And then we just go now. Let's start the. All right, hello. Start eventually. All right. I'm freaking out over nothing apparently. Still waiting on the admin. That's okay though. Here we go. All right, so quick. That was easy. Nice. Good work, team. We made it. We're gonna be in the game in just a moment here. So yeah, we have this game. We already talked about Asus Polar versus Team Teaker. Excited for that matchup. Draft's already done for those of you just joining us. We're actually going to start getting into the brunt of the season now. Secret's going to have a lot of games coming up soon. We have yet to see any like EG games. What else do we have? We have to yet to witness. Still a lot of teams that you get to play here in season 3, which I'm excited for. I think we already talked about Asus Polar. Cloud9 has yet to play a game in Group A. Group B, we have most of the games played. Secret and Hellraisers, they're the only 2 teams that have yet to play in Group B. So all of Group B is going to get underway here after this series. And I gotta say, this is exciting, man. This is like the first big game I think I've seen since DAC, or what could be considered a big game. We've done a lot of Canada Cup. There's been a lot of different like major all stars stuff going on, but as far as a big 2 teams are concerned, I think this is it. Hellraisers versus Team.
Yeah, it's also fun when it's the beginning of a season because everything's fresh. Everyone's on an even keel. Everyone's trying their best.
That might change at the end of the season. We'll see how things do turn out. These teams looking to go toe-to-toe. 16 seconds left before the game. All pick now done. Storm Spirit for Hellraisers could take over the game, but the Magnus pick, I think, is pretty big. Magnus PA, which is something we didn't talk about, but that is a pretty strong combo. Give the PA the Empower. You get that cleave damage going. You get pretty good right-click potential coming out from the Phantom Assassin. And this PA could certainly take over the game later on down the line. I think that this could be a problem for Hellraisers. They do have the PL, mind you, which is going to finally jump into the game. Artez. And I think Artez is going to be playing your safe lane PL, I imagine. 111. I'm not sure who this is. They change their names so often, it becomes a problem. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with their names anyway. I recognize Dread. I guess I recognize most of their names, but yeah, I don't know who that is.
I think it's Goritz, actually. He usually plays the 3 position for Hellraisers, so I have to imagine. Okay. I have to imagine that's who it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very interested to see how PL pans out. And like you mentioned, the Magnus plus any kind of melee carry is very, very strong. PA, who's probably already going to build Battle Fury. I guess now you don't really have to build Battle Fury. I've seen PAs go different builds where they can rush something like Manta or Lifesteal Manta and then just fight a lot earlier rather than using the first 25 minutes to farm, because now you have the early Empower. So it just depends on what Arteezy wants and what Secret wants as a team, whether they want him to get involved early on. Oh no, Puppy.
He's gonna get caught. He saw them in the jungle. There's no Berserker's Call coming out for Goritz, and I think if Goddamn had thrown down his Earth Spike, maybe they get the kill, but Kuroki's going to rotate in, and Goddamn's getting Peg DS Hex up. They're going to try to fight this. The Skewer down onto 2. Goddamn, in trouble. The Gale's going to hit. Kuroki gets the first blood. How did that turn around? Hellraisers, all they had to do was call, and maybe even get an Earth Spike, and they would have gotten that first blood, and they decided, now we're just going to give it away, I guess. We're going to let Hellraisers take it. Kind of a weird fight there.
Yeah, or even if he just got his Battle Hunger with a Hex. I mean, Hex is a super long duration level 1, and he did finally skill it, but it was very late. So they weren't very sure whether they wanted to skill a different ability on Axe other than the whirling, or sorry, other than the counter helix. And it cost him right there. He did skill it in the end, so that means he won't have a problem farming up just the jungle and taking stacks. He's not even going to go bottom at this point.
Yeah. What do you think about sacking the offlane in this situation? I mean, S4 is going to get plenty of farm now.
Yeah, I guess I just put that together. Yeah, it's going to be S4 farming in the bottom lane. I guess it's fine because you're probably not going to get much against the Venomancer zoning you out anyway. Venomancer's a pretty good zoning support. But at the same time, you're totally freeing up not only just S4, but you're freeing up farm for the for Kuroki on the Venomancer. Like, this means he can just pull. He doesn't have to worry about doing anything else. Yeah, top lane. Zai taking a little bit of damage. He's got 4 stacks on Dread. 5 actually hits the next one.
Sure.
And the one problem I see here with Secret's lineup is it's an innate problem whenever you pick a Bat Rider with junglers that most of the jungle is going to be occupied by this jungler, which is Chen. So it's not going to be like he can just go back to the jungle once he can't do anything and just take a bunch of stacks because 1, he has a Chen. 2, they've already actually used a bunch of time and wards from Hellraisers to actually block several camps. So
they used 2 sentries here to try to deward this one camp.
Zai? He's going
what
for
is
a
he?
kill.
Firefly's going up, and actually Gorns barely lives there. Zai almost gets that kill. He's being
Cancels his
very
health
aggressive.
Canceled the health potion though. That's pretty big. Actually gonna have to just wait to stack. Nope, he's not even gonna hit the stack. He's have to go back to heal. That's really
He's
big.
gonna buy a salve. I think he might just kill himself here and then ferry. No, he's ferrying the salve out. Okay, so he's not gonna go down. He'll salve up and then return to jungling. So Zai already being very aggressive with the Bat Rider play, making sure they try to do as much as possible. As I was saying though, this is really big that they block the camp here with the Sentry Ward in the Chen jungle, and then they have the Observer Ward top lane. Are they diving? They're gonna use the Maledict. Artez, he already used his Phantom Blades. He's gonna use it again. The right click Firefly coming out. Zai should live. Maledict not gonna do enough. Maybe the last proc might kill him. Will it?
I don't think so.
Oh, 20 HP. That was very close though.
These creeps that Axe are getting in the jungle too are like the worst. Centaurs are so bad. They give very little experience. They hurt a lot. They don't have the swiftness attack aura, which actually makes a difference because it means they're not attacking as fast, which means they can't proc your counter helix as much. And their bounty is pretty bad. Like, they don't give much bounty. This is one of the worst jungle creeps for Axe.
You want to get to that medium camp, get the Mud Golems, the best, easiest camp, I think.
The blue satyrs are like by far the best. They hit for nothing. They give you over an entire level of it, so at least a level 1.
They're going to rotate goddamn, by the way, bottom lane because they realize that they're not getting anything extra, I think, out of this top lane. They might have been able to kill Zai with the help of the Witch Doctor, but they just say, we're going to prioritize levels down our line more so than anything else, which I think is a good choice. As long as he gets that 6 early on, I think that's a solid decision. But Zai will get a lot more out of this top lane if they're not careful.
Yep. One of the things, too, that I see here is that PA against... Oh, there's a Gale, actually, on the Afo Ninja. So Kuroki has made his way towards mid. He's actually opted out of not getting Plague Wards. I like this. I don't see many Venomancers do this. Of course, when he's a core, he almost always maxes the Plague Ward. But I think as a support, getting extra damage on your Gale and securing a kill with it is actually pretty good and is overlooked sometimes. So that's what Kuroki's done so far. But I did want to bring up the point at uplane. Oh, Zai, I think this time he's dead.
Yeah, he pretty much killed himself by trying to go on Artez. He doppelwalked, or doppelgangered. I'm gonna say doppelwalk from now on. And got damage trouble down the bottom rune spot. S4 gets the kill. Right click, Shockwave came through, so kind of feeds himself away as well down in that bottom area. And S4 is able to get that kill. He's already up to his Arcane, so he's doing pretty well for himself. No bottle, obviously, but still pretty solid for the Magnus.
Yeah, Puppy's clearing out some stacks that he made for himself too, so... I mean, he's only level 3 at this point, but it's still not too bad considering 2 camps were blocked early on. He's going to get level 4.5 after this. They're pinging out mid. No, Afro Ninja, he's still only level 5.
They've just been sitting on him. They've been like making sure Afro Ninja can't walk up here because Kuroki's been babysitting Arteezy. Arteezy has a higher CS to this mid lane. He has 22 CS to the 17 of Afro Ninja. Kuroki might walk into Axe. He is actually going to run into him. The Gale's going to go, and Axe might die, but he might be able to turn and get the Kuroki kill. He's so slow from that Gale. The right-click body block.
He should get denied.
He should get the kill, and he will get denied, it looks like. In fact, he might live with Ring of Regen.
I think... Oh my god, it's going to be close.
He's going to live.
Okay.
He's going to live. Wow.
Yeah, with the Ring of Regen.
That's huge.
Well, you can say at the end of the day it's some space created because the Storm is basically hasn't been doing anything for the last minute in mid now. As a result, if you see a CS at 17 compared to a 26 PA, this is a relatively even matchup too. Right? It's actually not really that hard by Storm, I don't think, because it's very difficult to auto attack the PA, even with just level 1 blur.
So frustrating to deal with. Every miss is just a little bit more room that the PA has to work with in this middle lane. And Arteezy already has his coup de grace, so he can go on FNJ if he wants to. And he already has gone on him once with the Stifling Dagger and the Phantom Strike. And so now FNJ has to be careful until he hits 6, which he's going to get there soon. But yeah, he pretty much has to sit back for the most part here until he gets another level or 2. Kuroki at the bottom rune spot. He has Tranquil Boots down bottom. Goddamn, died once, but he's back up to about level 4. Shockwave's going to go. That actually takes out half of his health. Goddamn, literally takes one Shockwave and almost dies for it because he's a lion. So that's unfortunate.
He's got no vision down here of the bottom rune, so they don't know that Kuroki's down here, nor do they know that he picked up the rune. If he gets a Gale, this is 100% dead. And he does. Yeah, got him is dead.
Nice Earth Spike. That'll save his life momentarily. Kuroki with the double damage hits him once with Poison Sting. It kills him immediately. And now they might put pressure on the tower. They don't have flag wards, but that's fine for the most part. What about Zai top lane? How's he doing? He just gets his Tranquil Boots, so not necessarily the best Batrider game, but Artez runs at Zai, throws up the Phantom Lance, and that Phantom Rush actually doing work, closing the gap quite quickly. What a hero.
Yeah, the one problem, like I said, with this lineup is that Zai won't be getting much. Unless he really dominated top, he can't go into the jungle. He can maybe go in now, like if Chen wants to start roaming around. He's almost level 6 on Chen, one more creep. Or sorry, yeah, one more creep and he'll have it. Oh, Zai getting going on again. That's a ton of damage onto him. And he is dead. And I believe, I don't know if this is for sure, I don't know if it was just going away, but does Doppelganger take away the stacks? He had 6 stacks on him, and then they went away.
If it does, that ability's broken. I'm just throwing that out there. That seems not... I don't know.
I don't know if it was the duration going off, or maybe that disjointed it, but he definitely had 6 stacks, and then they were all gone. So
does Doppelganger work like a Manta style or something, or...
Like I said, I've never played the new hero, so I'm gonna have to start trying him out now that he actually made it to captain's.
You just play him in pubs. You'll probably win every game with him. I don't know. It seems logical. FNJ still farming mid. So yeah, top lane, Artez gets another kill. He's actually got 2 assists, no kills. He's picking up a Gloves of Haste, so what could be a Midas? If he wanted to buy treads, he certainly could have already. They're going to jump in. FNJ thought about jumping Arteezy. Instead, he's going to get jumped on. He has the ball lighting up to the high ground. Takes 2 crits to the face and still stays alive. Arteezy can't get the kill. Does not have Phantom Strike off cooldown. It's a pretty long cooldown that first level. They are rotating around on the backside. Dread's going to throw up. They're going to get the cast. TP's going to come in. He has Phantom Strike available. They can't get there. He was running away from goddamn. Does get the Hex off on S4. Now they're going to jump back at FNJ. Stays alive. No crit procs coming in. Arteezy gets Hand of God. There's going to be the skewer. No RP coming out from S4. Shockwave. Dread low, but still alive. Bottling up. Staying alive. His 10-stick charges. Zai going a bit too deep. Artez into the mid lane. Artez getting chased down. Secret desperately wants something here. They might find it here. Arteezy finally jumping in. The cast going the Maledict as well. But where is the follow-up? Shockwave. Artez lives with 50 HP. What's happening? It's a crazy fight. Gale misses on both Artez and Dread. That was just the tip, and it just missed for poor Kuroki. And they will not secure a single kill off the back end of that fight after rotating 5 heroes to the middle lane. That was hectic.
Yeah, we'll see if they can make this rotation really work by pushing, but it doesn't look like they're going to try to do it. It's just going to take too long to get the tower down. I got to say, that was some of the luckiest critting I've seen from a PA in a long time. It feels like he crit on everything. The dagger, he actually went in on the storm initially, dagger, and then blink struck to him, and he got 2 crits directly in a row, like from auto attacks, just crit. It's pretty insane RNG here coming up for Arteezy. So if that's just a preview of things to come for him for the rest of the game, I think he'll be doing just fine.
Ice Frog, please. Arteezy's getting all the crits in the world at this point. FNJ backing up. He doesn't want to get crit by that PA. He's pretty squishy in terms of how much HP he has, and although level 1 crit doesn't do the most damage in the world, it's still enough to work with. So he'll back up. He's going to be getting the Soul Ring. After that, probably goes for the Orchid. Bloodstone first is okay, but we'll see how things go. And I'm surprised Puppy didn't rotate early on in this game. He kind of just sat in the jungle. Usually we see like anywhere from like 3 to 4 minutes somebody rotate out and try to go on a hero mid, especially Storm Spirit is very susceptible to ganks early on in the game. He didn't go for it. And instead, FNJ stays alive for the most part. And they don't give the jungle up. Now Zai has room to farm in the jungle. He's got 1,000 gold at 10 minutes, so this might be a little bit of a late blink, but that's okay because S4 has his blink at 10 minutes as the safe lane farmer, so they really prioritize that blink dagger getting done.
Unfortunately, he goes to the jungle and he finds Mud Golems in one of his stacks, so kind of crabby for him. It's going to be a late blink. It's to be expected. Like, that's not an easy lane at all for him. He can't go into the jungle. And there's an RP with the blink.
Just like that, they're even gonna hit the last off. Nice chain of abilities coming out. FNJ almost survived that, but unfortunately with the last one was not able to get out. Just a really solid gank. That first blink coming to use and getting a kill for S4. It's exactly how they planned it, I'm sure. And a nice pickup. And now they can start putting pressure on this mid tier 1 tower. I don't know if they get the kill, but see. Here's the Midas coming out for Artez on that PL. So he's top lane, and PL with the Midas, they have some late game capability here.
If they
But
can
will
get
they
away with
defend
this
it?
tower, it's really huge because they're only using 2 heroes to do so. They have 3 others farming the other sides of the map, so getting this tower is actually a huge steal from Secret. And it looks like they're going to get it. Arteezy gets the last hit even. That's really big. Dread taking extra damage from the Satyr Tormentors. If he gets a crit on this, and he does get a crit on the Stifling Dagger. And he does
They
get
send
the kill.
Arteezy back as it's happening. They are trying to get one of the Satyr Tormentors. They'll get him, but
Jeez, it's critting, man. Yep, Yasha picked up for PA, so as I suspected, he's not going to rush the battlefield. You don't really need to when there's a Magnus on your team. That's one of the beauties of it. It saves you a lot of gold at time.
Doppelganger's going to go. Artez is going to try to TP out. He'll make. There's no way to stun him or disable him from TPing, so that's a smart play, a heads-up play from Artez, but he's not really safe in any lane that RTZ shows up to at this point in the game.
Yeah, he did go Midas, too. I don't know if you touched on that, but...
Yeah, I just don't...
Yeah.
I don't know what the general build is for PL anymore. I don't know if you go for the same items, like a Diffusal or something, or...
I still feel like it's very similar, like Diffusal, Manta, Heart, things like that. Buff up your illusions, because... I mean, obviously, Diffusal is like core, because your illusions will proc it, but...
Yeah.
Midas, give you some extra levels. I can get behind that. I think that's fine. Alright,
Yeah.
Blink Dagger on Axe. This is where HR's lineup really starts to shine, or I think needs to do something, rather.
Yeah.
Against Secret's lineup. But the scary thing is, like I said, RTZ doesn't have to farm up a ton of items to be totally useful. Like, he's already got a Yasha Quelling Blade to help you farm. He can start farming faster with Empower. It's just, I really like the Magnus plus melee carry combo. It's really, really strong.
I mean, they're getting a lot out of this map, not just for Arteezy necessarily, but I mean, Puppy's even farming the Ancients now. Zai's been using the jungle. He almost has a Blink Dagger. Even Kuroki's getting a little bit off the map as well in that bottom lane. So I agree with you. They have the Blink Dagger for Goretz right now. They have to make something happen. They don't spot out Kuroki. I think they might know that he's there, but for the most part, they're waiting. I mean, and this Axe has been pretty much quiet, silent the entire game. Now with the Blink Dagger, you have to make something happen here. That's the main focal point of the hero. We'll see if they can get anything accomplished. Meanwhile, the rest of Secret's squad up towards that top rune spot, they're going to be able to get the kill on Artez. They probably dive past this tower. Artez has no idea this is coming, but neither does Kuroki, who's hexed up in the tree line. He might be able to make it out. Goretz checks the wrong way, and actually Kuroki TPs. That's pretty big.
Artez is in a whole world of shirt.
Yeah, he's dead. He's
Or
you were Blink Berserker's call, but doesn't get on S4. Artez still alive, but just barely. Shockwave, they actually killed 2. Dread TV's in. He's also in a world of hurt. The last one comes in, ball lighting, double kill for Arteezy. Affinity like, I need to leave. Bye. And they get 3 quick kills. Arteezy still chasing after Affinity, who's out of mana. He ball lightnings. There's the Stifling Dagger. Phantom Strike, crit proc. He doesn't have mana to ball lighting away. He's gonna fall. It looks like Arteezy gets the Stifling Dagger, walks away with a triple kill. 4 down for Hellraisers. What a disastrous fight in that top lane. Oh, that is not good.
the nice persistence from Arteezy to just know that he has the extra movement speed from Yasha and Phase Boots to just stay on him. Goddamn, it's actually in some trouble bottom. He does not get it.
Not that lucky. Not that lucky. Honestly, I probably would have walked away. Just the RNG at that point is too much.
Just walk away from the cast.
Yeah, it's happened before. Arteezy's going to back up the Phantom Lancer coming in, and he'll take some damage, but he's okay for the time being.
This evasion is going to be good against the illusions and whatnot from PL2.
Yeah.
I think this Chen combo, like they run Chen so well in Secret. I think it's kind of maybe silly almost not to ban it. Like they just know how to work with it. I'm missing kills now just because it's happening so often at this point.
No, the Dread gets blown up. Ooh, the finger comes up for goddamn. That's a little bit of angst coming through from the line, so they blow up the Venomancer, but
he said a Veil, by the way. Solo support Venomancer with a Veil.
That's how you know you're having a good time. They are getting plenty of kills. They're getting enough items across the board where he's actually more farmed than the Bat Rider is the least farmed hero on their team, and he has a Blink Dagger, so That just shows you how well Secret are playing with all 5 of their heroes at this point. And you look at it, and Witch Doctor drastically underfarmed at another level. They're going to jump in RP onto F and J. Arteezy's going to jump in, crits him once in the face, and dies. He literally just got skewered back. Arteezy hits him once and gets the kill, and he's now unstoppable. Top lane fight happening. There's going to be Zai getting Berserker's Call, but the Laster comes out onto Goritz. Zai will try to bottle up and actually gets the kill with the Flame Break. Now, goddamn, getting chased down. He's getting pinged on. Goddamn's like, I actually am out of mana. He does have 6 stick charges. What if he dies here? He's already pretty close to his blink. Might be able to throw up his Earth Spike and will, but S4 comes up, and goddamn's like, I can't secure this kill. Arteezy. Typical. And he's 7-0-1. That's not good for Hellraisers.
Kuroki's using the Gale casually with his Veil onto a creep wave. Yeah, they feel pretty confident in this game. They haven't lost a tower yet. Arteezy's got really high movement speed. He actually might even get a... is he gonna dive into...
He's gonna use the ultimate, but the Witch Doctor, it doesn't get off for very long. And Arteezy just walks away. Maledict's not gonna take him down. The Mech Aura coming through, he'll use a Stifling Dagger on an Illusion. So all 5 heroes down here. Kuroki's up top lane, still has a TP ready to go if he needs to TP into the tier 1 tower, but Hellraisers are just looking for something, anything that they could find in the map right now, and it's not looking easy. They might go in.
Fresh new Empower for Arteezy. They pop the mech onto him. They find Goddamn again. He's so close to his Blink Dagger too, 1700. If he dies again, that's devastating, and it looks like that he is going to die. Son of Magnus doesn't care about that kill. He knows that one's secured, so he's trying to look for another one. But he can't find anybody. They possibly go towards Roshan. They counter ward the ward that's above it. And yeah, this should be pretty easy. This is a very clean game so far from Secret.
He already has a gem. He has his mech down, boots of speed. He's 4 creeps to work with. The entire zoo is in the Roshan pit. Arteezy's sitting there right-clicking as well. And it's looking pretty disastrous at this point. If you're Hellraisers, you're desperately trying to get Artez farm. But even then, like you talked about, Blur's going to be a problem to deal with. Arteezy has an SNY, and Power is already doing work. He probably goes for a BKB at some point and then becomes almost unkillable. They're going to take down Roshan. They get the Aegis to Artor. They're going to put in some pressure onto the tier 1 tower down bottom. And Hellraisers are going to let this go or maybe try to contest probably at the tier 2 if they keep pushing. Still no blink for the Lion. He was so close, and now he's only at 1,500 gold. Not a good game for Hellraisers thus far.
Yep, Arteezy's got a casual Morbid Mask. I imagine he builds a Basher here relatively soon. But, I mean, look at the net worth, man. It's scary. Other than PL, every single member on Secret is more farmed than any other member on HR. That's a horrible position, obviously, to be in.
Artez might even die as well. He already used his Doppelganger. He is going to get lasted up. He's going to get right-click down. Shockwave comes through as well. S4 actually blinks over to the Secret Shop just to cut off the retreat, but he's dead anyways. And they get the deny on the tower as well. Mid lane, Death Ward going. Dread did get ulted, and Dread's just trying to throw anything that he possibly can to get these kills. But Axe does jump in. Puppy's probably going to die here. Coin Blade is going to go. Gets the kill. Centaur Conqueror stopping, trying to TP right in front of the Centaur, and then dies for it. I don't even know if that's worth it. I mean, I guess you get a kill, but... I mean, even when they're getting kills, they're losing out.
And
It's that kind of game.
He didn't even kill one member of the Chen army. So, yeah, you got the kill on Chen, but the worst part about dying as a Chen is usually you die and your creeps will die too, or at least some of them will die. None of them died for Chen, so he doesn't have to walk back and waste his time to go to the jungle and find new creeps. So he can just come right back and just do whatever it is he wanted to do before he died. And it's going to be a Mask of Madness here for Arteezy. He didn't go for a Basher, so Mask of Madness into an ulti orb, so maybe, I don't know, Scotty? Something like that?
Scotty seems...
Scotty's probably pretty good.
Yeah, I think I see a lot of agility carries like going Scotty. Like SNY Scotty seems to be the choice for a lot of teams now, a lot of different heroes as well.
Yeah.
Like we see it all the time on Troll, we see it all the time on alright, maybe just Troll. I guess I'm losing it. Well, either way, Arteezy's got to go for the creep camp for the ancient camp here.
A lot of heroes like
Yeah.
Troll and Troll.
You know, I had like other heroes for that, and then I don't know what happened. Alright, well, I'm tired, everybody.
I mean,
Let's
Troll's
just...
pretty popular, so it makes
True.
sense. You see it all the time on it.
That hero seems amazing. Going mid. He's gonna clear out this group wave. He's got the rest of his squad behind him. Kuroki has got a point booster now, plus the gem that was given to him by Puppey after his death. Zai is still the, I believe he's the second least farmed here on Secret. Chen is now down there after that death. Goritz is not going to get spotted out. That would have been a prime target, but instead they're going to go mid. They're probably going to lasso. Goddamn gets missed up. Affinage getting the pull in. The figure's going to come out. Doesn't kill Zai. Hand of God goes. Arteezy Hex up has the Aegis. RP hits onto Goddamn. Wanted both, but actually Affinage avoids it nicely. Gets to the mega kill streak. Arteezy looking to continue this. He still has Aegis. He's going to go to the high ground. Death Ward's going to go. Dread gets crit twice. Oh, man. He doesn't even need a basher. Arteezy says, yeah, that's fine. He's stuck in no man's land. He doesn't know whether to go forward or whether to go back. I don't know if that's the right hero to jump on if you're the Axe. You're just dead. That's a double damage PA, by the way. Double kill. Godlike. Affinage TP's in. S4 looking to help out. Arteezy gonna get mech'd up by Puppey. Stays alive. The Phantom Lance coming in. Arteezy blinks to a creep. He'll die. The Aegis is finally gonna get expended. They're still not even taking this tier 2 tower. Zai has lasso. Ball lighting further from Affinage. Looking to use it. And Affinage is kind of just breaking ankles here. S4 misses the skewer. They're really trying to go all in for this, Stormer Spirit kill. They can't really grab him. He's too slippery. S4 was about to get sent back. No, it was Zai getting sent back. He could TP into the mid-tier 1 tower and then walk down. Mid-tier 2 tower will eventually fall, so they lose the Aegis, and that is it for Secret. They just keep running at Hellraisers, and it actually works out in their favor.
22-minute Diffusal Blade now for a PA or PL. We'll see if... that can change anything. Highly doubt it. This is just a very... They're taking no prisoners this game. Like, they're stopping for anything. Arteezy's just being persistent and going for kills that most people would stop for. And because he knows his movement speed is just higher, and he knows that has the catching potential. On to even a hero like Storm Spirit who can zip away. You force him to keep using that mana, it means that he has no more mana to TP out. So if you can constantly force him to use that in certain scenarios, then it just not only wastes his time and his mana, but it gives you a free kill. And he recognizes that. It's a very nice play from him.
And they're doing it in the Shadow of the tier 3 tower. The Shadow of the tier 4 is even. Like, they'll be under, like, the tier 4 tower. They'll still go for the kill. That's how far ahead they are right now. 15,000 net worth. 15,000 experience. Pretty good lead for Secret. And it's only going to get worse unless the PL can get farmed. Zai's going to back up. There's a couple of illusions coming through that he clears up nice with his Firefly. They'll give Kuroki the middle lane. He's getting closer and closer to his Agnum Scepter. He's 1,500 gold away. S4 TP's in. He's pretty much got his BKB. He'll have it now. He could purchase the recipe. He'll send it out to Scotty PA. So, boom.
Yep, you slap a basher on top of that, like, you have maim chance where it'd be pretty sick, but yeah, we'll see. I'm sure he's fine with his items at this point. Scotty SNY Mask of Madness at 23 minutes is pretty damn good. Not to mention you have Empower. You have Empower on himself too. It's just the Empower is so goddamn good.
How do you take him down also? I guess you have to get a really good Berserker's Call and then hope to God that you get counter Helix procs.
I missed the kill bottom, but Artes.
But they blink further. Now there's going to be the Death Ward. Skewer cancels it. RP onto 2. Affinage avoids it, but they lose 2 anyways. Affinage is like, well, time to leave. Arteezy, they might kill 2 crits. Arteezy gets the triple kill. That TP should have worked out for Affinage. Ice Frog, please. Arteezy gets the double crit proc. And he is not dying this game. He is 12-0-3. Arteezy with an outstanding performance as he generally seems to have on these PAs whenever he plays them. Somehow.
Yeah, this is really scary. Like, even going into the next game, you gotta be really fearful of just how well Secret's playing as a whole. Like, they're playing very, very well. I still think it's a mistake, honestly, to give Puppey as Chen. Like, I just think they run Chen as a team very, very well. Puppey knows when to rotate, knows when to farm, knows when to gank. And even with, you blocking several of his camps, it doesn't really matter against Chen, I would say, because he can move around a little bit easier than, say, a hero like Enigma. I mean, Enigma can move to, like, say, dual lane an offlane or something like that, but Chen is okay with just having a couple of camps to work with. And we saw here, this game, Puppey utilized it quite well.
And I think also the combination of the Magnus PA was a pretty solid. But I mean, you know
Yeah.
this game. But if you ban Chen, then Enigma gets picked up for Puppy, and that's almost as frightening, honestly. You have like a 4.5-minute BKB, or not BKB, 4.5-minute Jesus. 4.5 next level shit right there.
Yeah, that'd be pretty insane. I mean, yeah, I mean, Enigma's still quite scary. I just think that they run the Chen better as a team. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's when he groups up at level 7, at perhaps 7 minutes, maybe 8 minutes, with 4 creeps and a mech. It's okay. Mech's probably not online that fast, but the point stands. When he groups up with good creeps, it's very difficult when you know what you're doing on Chen to actually combat that. And like I said, when they pushed that mid-tier 2 tower, that was just 2 heroes. They won a small engagement. It was 2 heroes. It was Chen and PA with some creeps, while 3 other heroes were farming. They were able to easily get away with the tower push. That is why Chen is scary.
And the crazy thing is what they gain out of that, though. Like, it's the map control, honestly. You take down a tier 1 tower mid, and then what you transition that into, like pressure into the jungle, which we saw a ton of from Secret, taking away PL's farm in the jungle, taking away the Axis farm in the jungle, that's the biggest thing, I think. The tier 1 tower is nice, but... oh, he almost
so
gets it.
close.
He does cancel the RP. The skewer I thought hit, for sure, but doesn't end up canceling the TP, and he's able to get out.
Real nice try there by S4, but... Yeah, and the whole idea of Secret, like, you know, running these kind of initiating cores or heroes that can farm safely in the safe lane, even if they do get some kind of aggression in the off lane, like Magnus. You know, Quap was really popular at DAC for S4 as well. I think he even played Bristleback a couple times himself when Zai wasn't playing.
Yeah, yep. Lasso from Zai.
Lasso from Zai onto Goddamn. He seems
Zai had a
pretty
haste
dead.
rune. Oh my god, he dragged him halfway across the map, it felt like. Zoom says Zai, and now with Goddamn Dead, no buyback, they can maybe try to push the high ground here. Arteezy, pretty tanky, he has an Eagle song at this point, probably going for a Butterfly. S4 is nearby to empower, help out with the Blink RP, Skewers as well, he has a BKB, Puppy's nearby with Hand of God in the mech. I think I don't know how you can test this, Gortz is going to have to make some big plays here.
Look at his HP. He has the Granite Golem, like you mentioned, 2,700 HP. He's also got Ice Armor from a creep from Chen as well. He has Empower. He's just got the entire team backing him up. And as a result, he's 12-0 and doesn't give 2 shits here as he's pushing the Rex.
Yeah, Gortz is like, I'm going to try to walk in. Arteezy backs up slightly, and he's like, I'll just finish this off quickly. They take the melee racks. They're not going to go in and get greedy and go for the range racks. They know that Goddamn's back up, so they make a smart play. Hellraisers are barely hanging on this game, it feels like. And I mean, you talked about it. Puppy even has the Ogre Frostmage, which was like bodyguarding Puppy the entire time in that fight. He's just like, I'll just throw up the Ice Armor. Arteezy's going to be fine. They can even wait for Roshan, honestly, at this point. And it's going to be up in about 5 seconds here. They'll TP Arteezy top lane, so he can't really Rosh right now. They have to push out the top lane, but he does it so fast that this top lane's going to get killed. It'll clear like 2 or 3 creep waves, and then maybe head back over to the Rosh pit. And at that point, if you give another Aegis to Arteezy, I don't really think you can win. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's so hard at this point to kill him once, let alone twice.
Kuroki didn't send himself his full Aghanims. I think he messed up. But he had his Aghanims actually completed in base on the Venomancer. So Ag's Veil for your support Venomancer. Gonna be doing a ton of damage with that. There is a DD top with Empower on a PA. Oh my god. And he's got a full Butterfly. So Butterfly coming out for him, double damage, Empower, Aghanims for Venomancer. I mean, the list goes on and on with the kind of items and things that are going well for Secret. Not to mention, you're going to be hitting forward. He doesn't want to pop his DD just yet because he doesn't need to, but my god.
And let's win the game.
Oh, he does pop it. Ah, I don't think he needed to pop it. Oh, because he needed to drop his bottle. That makes sense. Because he's basically 6-slotted with a Butterfly and an Aegis under his belt.
Evasion coming out, stacking, not additively. So Arteezy feeling pretty confident about himself and where he's at currently in the game. And all they need to do really is just take one fight and they pretty much win. Buyback status is probably not there. Hellraiser's Artez is probably going to get lassoed. Ooh, the Doppelganger, quick reaction. 4-step, he gets lassoed anyways. BKB pop from Zai. They one-shot the Witch Doctor with Arteezy. He had a double damage rune. That's unfortunate. He might even get goddamn. He does get hexed up. Arteezy has no BKBs, so he can't really avoid that. But he doesn't really give a damn. DD's finally gone, so that extra bit of damage. Still has the Empower, has the Alpha Wolf as well. Mid-rack's gone. It's going to get taken down by the creeps. They go for the tier 3 tower bottom. And Hellraisers with no buyback. Zai will get silenced up. RP coming in on to 3. Appanage actually avoids it. Goritz is going to fall. They're going to skewer right into Appanage. The right click called GG. They know when they've been beaten. They were beaten maybe 10 minutes ago. Secret with a...
Like, from start to finish, it was all Secret. Not even... I don't think there was even a glimmer of hope there for HR. There were one time to really kind of come back into the game was a blink on Axe, but they just couldn't get really much anything with it. Even from the start of the game, I thought they were going to, like you saw, I thought they were going to get a free kill on Chen if Axe maybe just leveled up Battle Hunger first or something else. When you're running offlane Axe, I don't usually spend a little bit of time in the offlane. You can usually get your level 2 before you have to go to the jungle, and you can kind of afford to, you know, skill something else up. If they immediately hexed him and immediately cast something else from Axe, I think they get that kill on Chen. Would have been close, but Secret, they rotated the Magnus in very early on. The double skewer level 1 was very strong, and